Hello there! On today's Wacky Wednesday, CC Chris tells us how to understand gravity.
So you have to understand that gravity is bullshit!
Howard George Stirrup finally learns how to edit videos. Badly.
And these billionaires, self-made billionaires that own islands and call them businesses virgin because they're weirdos.
Yes, that was actually him editing that video, and we'll go through that in a little bit more detail a little bit later on. Also, on today's Wacky Wednesday, we have a man that can't read a sign.
There you have it, Upton Police Station, Merseyside Police.
So, you lucky devils, all that on today's Wacky Wednesday. How do, dearest viewer, and welcome back to my little corner of the YouTubies. Thank you so much for joining me now, if you'll just permit me. And please like, share and comment, etc, etc. Thank you so much. I have a new patron. You'll be pleased to know this man is called Brent Hess. I also have 3 other patrons. Sven Bellens, who was my first, Bob Sadler and Alan L. Your contributions are most welcome, and they will help me buy better equipment so I can churn out better videos. Thank you so much. Now, on with today's video, and first up we have CC Chris, who, despite the fact that he's a flat earther, is still married. Crikey. Take it away, Chris. That was a huge sigh, Mr. Chris. I trust Thanksgiving went well.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be.
Bolton, the true centre of the universe.
CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County.
Do you really have to say that at the beginning of all your videos?
It's 11/26. 21.
You nearly forgot what year it is, didn't you, Mr. Chris?
You know,
you are going to say something during this video, aren't you, Chris? Because otherwise I'm wasting my time here.
well, I kept my mouth shut last night, so...
Wise decision. Otherwise, you might have found yourself out on your arse.
But my problem is...
You're a senseless flat earther?
gravity. You see, to a flat earther, gravity is a fantastic thing because...
Because it's helping to keep that car that you're driving on the road?
you can't prove it. You don't know what it is. And the only people that think they know what it is and that believe what they're saying has to come from a philosopher or a scientist or a...
Finally, you got something right.
astrophysics major.
Crikey, you got something else right as well. That's 2. Go for 3, Chris. Come on, you can do it.
Some bullshit that we'll never understand. But you see, not a single scientist can explain it to us.
Oh, Mr. Chris, you do disappoint me. You was on a roll then.
So if you take gravity out of the picture, okay? Take gravity out of the picture.
Take gravity out of the picture. It's what's keeping you to that road. What else is there? There isn't anything else. Do you know? It's no wonder your wife gets a bit cheesed off with you when you come out with crap like this.
What's holding together the ball?
Gravity!
For all you NASA fans.
What's NASA got to do with anything? Gravity and the laws of gravity were written way, way, way before NASA was a glint in the milkman's eye.
What exactly is holding the ball together?
Gravity!
If there is no gravity.
But I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Chris. There is gravity. Not a single one of you flatwits has ever come up with a viable alternative to gravity. Oh, it's density and buoyancy. No, it isn't. Oh, it's relative density disequilibrium. No, it isn't. Oh, it just falls towards the ground because it does. No, it doesn't. Oh, it must be love. No, it isn't. My brain's itching.
What's holding everything together?
Gravity!
What's holding everything together with this universe?
Gravity!
How are we moving through a universe?
Gravity!
How are we traveling with the sun through this enormous amount of speed?
Gravity!
Once gravity is taken out of the equation, none of it makes any sense.
Oh, for God's sake. I don't believe this, mate. How is this guy functioning with just the one brain cell? It just baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. How is this guy doing this, talking and driving at the same time, while operating a camera too? I mean, answers on a postcard, put it in the comments below. I've never heard anything so stupid in my life, and we've not even got to Stirrup yet.
So you have to understand that gravity is bullshit.
Wow. Mr. Chris there, Professor of Stupid, debunks gravity with just one word. Very clever. Very, very clever.
And once you understand that, and you understand that all of these scientists back 50, 70 years ago have come up with a computation that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, Mr. Chris, they actually came up with it in the 1600s. Galileo did it, Hooke, Newton. There's some sort of plagiarism thing with Newton and Hooke. I might delve into that in a future video because that's fascinating stuff. So, if you don't understand it, Mr. Chris, let's go through it together and see if we can understand it. Here we go. Force, F. Right, force. Force is an influence that can change the motion of an object. Gravitational constant is an empirical value that's been scientifically proven. Mass of an object is obviously self-explanatory and is the distance between the centres of the masses. So, not really that difficult to understand, is it? Even a numpty like me can understand that bit.
But there's nothing holding you together. There's nothing holding anything down.
Yes, there is. And if there isn't, why are you not floating right now?
But once you realize that, well, then you might want to rethink your ball.
But Mr. Chris, you haven't given us an alternative. So what is holding your car to the road? What is holding me to this chair to this floor to the building to the earth? What is holding all that together? What is holding the water on to the outside of our beautiful ball earth? What is it? Give us an alternative, Chris, and we can look at it. And then, I'm guessing we'll probably laugh at it as well. I'm done with Mr. Chris. And I hope he did have a good Thanksgiving in total silence, apparently. Anyway, we're going to move on now to Howard George Stirrup, a man who deceptively edits videos. We're going to have a look at his latest video now and see where this deception took place. Now, he's called this video talking about paedophilia with conspiracy cats on modern day debate, and that wasn't the debate at all. The debate was supposed to be about space exploration, but as usual, what Stirrup does during these debates is go off on numerous tangents, and you'll see.
Self-made billionaires that own islands and call them businesses virgin because them weirdos. But it's okay, you keep trusting them weirdos.
So, like I've said, Stirrup likes to edit videos and post memes over the tops of the videos in order for reasons. I don't know, because the memes don't make any sense whatsoever. And I suspect he's edited this video in order to get himself out of a potential lawsuit. I don't know. And anyway, let's have a look at what he actually said.
Self-made billionaires that own islands and call them businesses virgin because they're pedos. But it's okay, you keep trusting them weirdos.
So, deceptive dickwad Howard George Stirrup editing videos in order to get himself out of a potentially sticky situation. Who'd have thunk that from a flat earther? I'm done with that professional dipstick now, and let's move on to some amateur dipsticks. These are called frauditors, and if you don't know what frauditors are, they stand outside police stations with a camera, hoping that a policeman comes out, or several policemen comes out, so that they can film the confrontation that ensues, mainly for shits, giggles, and cash. So, let's have a look at a frauditor, shall we?
Hey up, you alright lads? I was just wondering, yeah, I've heard a lot about this like Matrix police and stuff like that. Could you tell me what it is?
I'll tell you. It's a part of the police force that gives a level 2 response to gun crime. It also deals with cash in transit robberies and mainly public order offences as well. So now you know.
You can Google it, mate. Just go online, go onto the Merseyside Police website and it'll tell you all about it.
I can't read.
Now you're just taking the half of bliss, because later on in the video...
There you have it, Upton Police Station, Merseyside Police.
Isn't lying to a police officer a criminal offence?
I just wondered, was it a separate police force or any information you could give me about it?
Is your Google broke, little boy?
No, there isn't, I'm afraid.
I wasn't talking to you. What's wrong with your friend? Why is he so razzled?
It's not his friend, it's his colleague. And he's probably razzled by the fact that some chavs are sticking cameras in their faces and asking them stupid questions, trying to get a reaction out of them.
I'm not razzled, mate, I've just told you.
Yeah, but
I've just directed you to the website.
I know, but I'm talking to this constable here. You're facing a different direction, but I can hear loads of noise coming from your gob.
I can hear loads of noise coming out of your gob as well. What makes you so special, chav?
You think you're rude? I'm really trying to ask this.
As I said, I've just directed.
I'm really trying to ask
side.
this constable a civil, valid question. I'm not from around here, and I wondered what it is about this Matrix. What exactly is it?
You're not interested in what that Matrix thing is. You're no interest in it whatsoever. All you're there to do is just wind up some police officers, and that's it.
That's all. I mean, if you could just help me and give me a bit of information,
I have.
please.
I've just directed you to the Merseyside Police website.
I just said I can't read, though. I mean,
well, ask for it in Braille.
That's for it in Braille. I do hope you were taking the mick, because fair be it from me to make an officer of the law look a bit silly, but Braille doesn't work on a computer screen.
so ask for it in
They will
Braille.
pass it for you in Braille.
Is that the kind of thing you really want to be saying? I'm not blind. You know I'm not blind.
How does he know you're not blind? How does he know you're not blind? I mean, you've lied to him once, claiming that you can't read. So, what else are you lying about?
I said I can't read.
Liar.
Do you know how bad that looks upon you? If we report you about your behaviour to professional standards or whatever, and the urge is telling me to go and get it in Braille when you can clearly see that I'm not blind.
I doubt very much that you reported that police officer, and if you did forward the video as evidence, I'm pretty sure you won't get much sympathy. You'll probably, in fact, most certainly, get laughed at.
Are you discriminating against blind people?
But if you're not blind and nobody around you is blind, how is he discriminating against blind people?
Excuse me, mate. Can I come through?
You can.
Thank you, matey. Appreciate that. Well, I'm glad you recorded him saying that. Why would he say that to me? Do you have any comment on his words?
No.
From Baldy over there?
Baldy, eh? How do you know he's not got alopecia? How? Are you discriminating against bald people?
What did he say?
He said that if I can't read, get it in Braille.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit offensive. Why would
Very
you say that to a member
offensive.
of the public?
There's nothing offensive about that, you little snowflake. I'll tell you what, Mr. Chav, you go and find me one blind person that was offended by that. Go on.
I think we should make a complaint about you to IOPCC.
Sounds discriminative.
That seems quite, discriminated.
And like I've said before, I bet you didn't make that complaint, did you?
So if I can't read, it means I'm blind and I should get it in Braille.
Oh, Mr. Chubby Snowflake, I was still a bit offended. What a shame. You know, this is the thing, right, with you frauditors. You're going to push it and push it and push it to its absolute limit, where they're going to have to look at the law about filming in a public place. And they're going to have to look at it and probably amend it so that you can't film in a public place. And genuine journalists, genuine qualified journalists, I'm not talking about you empty-headed numpties now, you frauditors. I'm talking about real life, genuine journalists here. They're not going to be very happy with you, are they? Oh, I'm done with these chavvy nobodies. I'm going to leave you with a clip of this chav not being able to read.
There you have it, Upton Police Station, Merseyside Police.
Yay, so that's Flerfs, frauds and frauditors all done and dusted. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to my amazing patrons. Thank you to everybody that's liked, shared and subscribed. And I'll see you on Sunday, 8 PM sharp for the Sunday Stupid.